Welcome back, welcome back. I'm Ami Puli Fuck. I'm here with Kai Fung, and we are bringing you games from the ESL Western Front Armies Launch Cup. We're very excited. This is the first semifinal that we're bringing to you today, and it has gone 1-1. We're going to an ace game between Jesulin and Luvnest, and sure enough, Luvnest chose USF, but Jesulin has changed it up. He's going to go with Oberkommando West, and I get to follow him. So I get to poke around and try to learn some stuff. Ipkai, pick your brain. You want to head in game and get this ace game underway?
Yeah, let's do this. Just kill the camera. Okay.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay, so we're going to unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, here we are. Winner go home. It's Jesulin, our Alienware champ, playing the Oberkommando West in the blue trunks, fighting out of the eastern position on Kolodny Ferma Summer. His opponent is the challenger, German player, living in Germany, but he's playing the United States, playing the USF, U.S. Forces, throwing down some barbed wire with his rear echelon troops. It's Luvnest.
This matchup is also, again, quite tricky for Oberkommando West because the Riflemen give the Americans a really good early game advantage because they can beat a lot of squads, 1v1. But I mean, that's mostly tied into their price as well. They are 280 manpower compared to 240 for the other factions. So this truck, Jesulin's trying to do scouting, which we're trying to push, and if he uses it well, he can win the engagement. The rear echelon just probably going to get in the building now. It's a wise move. Just get in there. It's going to take the truck a while for you to push you about. And just wait until the riflemen come up to back up.
Okay, here they come. And they're capping. They're not in the fight at the moment. His first rifle squad's off capping. Luvnest.
And the second one should be coming in about now. Yeah, they'll get behind the green cover behind that, like Sherman wreck. Yeah. And they do very good damage at long range. This is how you, when you got a situation like this with Stern Pyres, you just try and, take them on at max range. Kubel Wagon, mobile suppression unit, good choice as well against Americans. Because he wasn't fully in cover then. That squad gets suppressed.
He kind of backed out, and then he kind of changed his mind and decided, well, maybe I should just stay in cover. And then he was kind of in between and got suppressed and had to run.
That Kubel is going down south now to deal with his other rifleman squad. But this one will have to retreat now. Yeah. So the truck is there sort of like being a scout, but also pushing units about at the moment. And the Kubel's there suppressing his. Kubel works very well against Americans because they haven't got many options against it. Like the Soviets can just upgrade 18-8, sorry. And then Ura and flank it. They throw the nade on, or they could, they could get a Maxim as well. That's another good counter against it. Or they can get the M3. This is the truck doing some redecorating on this house.
Yeah, exactly.
Knock that
faster
partition
retreat
through.
path, right? Take that fence down. You don't get hooked in that U shape. You can get out of there quicker.
Yeah, but he wasn't too fan of how wasn't a big fan of how the kitchen was planned. So, he had to take
sometimes you got to destroy stuff before you can create it again.
This Kubel's doing work. Very nice. These rear echelon, they're camping the ammo. He's not popped the volley fire. It is 20 ammo, so he probably wants to save one ammo until he can. Maybe he wants to get upgrades, BARs or something like that.
The rear echelon troops retreat. The Kubel's down to about half health. A lot of rifles in the south. Volks are still there. They're trying to reposition. The Kubel now. Okay, now he's retreating. Man, this is an intense fight. Luvnest.
Yeah, he's trying to focus on the Stern Pyres. It's a good move because the Stern Pyres are worth a lot of manpower.
Is he going to get him? No, he's not. They're going to get behind the church. And this Panzer Wehrmacht Schlepper, whatever the hell it's called. Oh, wait, the rifles die?
Yeah, they got shot by the Volks. The Volks killed them off.
Whoa, nice kill by Jesulin. He's got to feel a little bit better after kind of getting his beep kicked in last game. Nice to get an early squad wipe. Now he's fighting in front of the Sherman. A bit odd.
Yeah, he's get back. And so he's gone Luftwaffe, and that gives you like the MG34. So then that gives you like a traditional weapons platform. Here come the assault engineers now. He's got to back off because they do loads of damage up close.
Yeah, but there's so much machine gun fire coming into that position. Wow, are they going to be able to just hang out there in green cover?
Yeah, looks like it.
Well, the Kubelvog has to retreat. He's really low health. A couple more shots and he might pop. Back up some more, Jesulin. Attaboy.
Yeah, to do with like the accuracy and how it's calculated in the game. Vehicles like that, they've got like a large unit size. So that basically means it's the accuracy multiplied by the size of the unit. So with small arms, because it's got relatively high accuracy, they'll always hit an object like the Kubelwagen. Ooh, nice flank on that MG. He has to retreat.
Very nice flank. And now the combat engineers are pushing up behind these riflemen. And you don't want to be in a house when those engineers are around. Jesulin wise to get out quick.
Something's going to get cooked. So he gets in the house now. Good move. And then the Flamer can do some magic here now.
Jesulin wise to back away, get out of range. He hasn't had a moment to... Oh, I see. He's getting the engineers from this truck to repair his little Kubelwagen. That's cool, so he can keep his other engineers active. He's got 2 of these little MG34s now. He's going to need them because Luvnest is all over the center of the map.
Yeah, he's starting to push out now, and this is going to be tricky for Jesulin. I'd imagine the first thing he's going to get is a Puma, because he knows like the anti-aircraft half-track will come out, so he knows like I got to get a Puma to counter that thing a bit easier. Hopefully he doesn't get the flak half-track. Flak half-track is not great against him.
So we never saw an ambulance from Luvnest in the last game. I guess he didn't really need one. Well, that was crafty placement of that MG34. They've got that thing has insane range. Wow.
No, as I say, I think it's the same as the 45. Yeah, same as the 42. Sorry. Yeah, same. Same 45 range.
Seemed longer.
Yeah.
Definitely much longer than the Kubelwagen, which has a...
Yeah, the Kubel's only 35. So these assault engines, they might actually be able to... No, they're suppressed now. Just has to run.
Well, Jesulin's doing much better in this game 3 than he did in game 2. We can see Luvnest has a lieutenant out.
Lieutenant's going to have a bit of a field day if he manages to get in on this MG. But yeah, he's hiding just behind the hedge. It's good. So, if you were to like look at the fog of war, Jesulin couldn't see that unit behind the hedge. Like in COH1, for example, you could still see that unit, although not fire at it, because of true sight system.
Mm-hmm.
And that does make flanking a bit easier. So a few people would say.
I love the true sight. Always have from the very start. When I first saw it, man, like 2 years ago in Köln, I just thought it was amazing. Always loved it. Here comes the Puma. He is now the big dog. Let's see how much damage he can get in. Now, tell me about early game anti-tank capabilities of USF and Armor Company.
So Armor Company. So the early anti-tank you've got, you can lay mines from the assault engineers. They can lay 80 mines. You can also upgrade to bazookas. They're quite nice against light vehicles. They do 80 damage per shot. Got very good. Oh man, demo charge on the church.
Oh, Epkai. I totally missed it. What do we have? A bunch of dead grenadiers.
Yeah, bunch of dead ropes. And that flak half-track does a lot of damage as well to vehicles when it sets up. It has to be static for about 2.5 seconds, but when it stops, the autocannon on it activates, and you'll start seeing it just give off these like really large explosions like now.
I'm so surprised that the Puma had to run away from all of that.
Yeah, it did, because the autocannon just took a lot of health off it. It took almost half health off. So you have to be really careful when you take that thing on. What you want to do is take it on from the front.
To do that, doesn't that give the Puma time to like kite it and get out of its range? I guess Luvnest is also fighting in the north, and Jesulin's, I guess he just decided to retreat the Puma, not risk it, and concentrate on these other forces. He's got some Fallschirms out.
The other thing is that this vehicle does suppress as well. The 50 cals on it does give off suppression, so it makes it really, really fearsome. And this Kubel's in trouble. Yeah. Oh,
ding ding.
Oh man. Kubel's dead. Fallschirm Jaegers came out.
Yeah.
Here comes the Puma. Now I think the Puma will win this now. It's moving now.
Yeah, now you want to just jump all over it. You don't want to give it a chance to sit up. Okay. Tit for tat. The vehicles are exploding all over Kolodny.
No.
Now the Puma's got free reign, doesn't he? I mean, does Luvnest have any anti-tank at all?
No, he hasn't got anything. He hasn't upgraded
Nothing.
to bazookas yet. No.
So
he's
Puma
getting
can
another.
just-
He's getting another flak half track now. The M20 as well might have been a better choice because it can lay AT mines, and the squad does come with a bazooka. The vehicle crew of the M20.
Whoa, that
So
base
that might have been
MG did a lot of damage to the Puma? That's a bit surprising.
Yeah, the Puma doesn't have a lot of armor, and the base MGs have got quite a bit of penetration. I think the German ones as well, like the old factions, their MGs also have a lot of penetration too. So you don't want to spend too much time there.
All right, he's going to try to cap this point and repair the Puma. It's two birds with one stone, so to speak. But Luvnest is still poking around in here. But, he's let's see. He's built another one of these AA half tracks. Do we have a nickname for the M15A1 by any chance? That would be nice.
Not that I know of, no. Just half track.
We'll have to do
Oh no,
some
the Puma's
research.
in trouble. Good use of smoke. Managed to get away.
It's so funny that you chase by reversing. Luvnest is all about reversing into fights with this AA half track.
Yeah, and he's got like a limited arc of fire. It can only sort of like fire like the rear 270 degrees.
So nice micro by Jesulin to save the Puma. The Fallschirms are still harassing. Uh-oh. Watch out, Echelon troops.
Yeah, time to go. Good decision.
But if Luvnest can cut off perhaps the retreat path of these Fallschirms, they might get wiped. Let's see if he can chase them down. Down to 2. Oh,
Very
he's on the
expensive
road
squad.
now. He's going to be very quick. Oh, man. I don't like the odds for Jesulin's Fallschirm Jaegers. That's ding, 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 ding. Squad wiped. The Puma is too late to protect the retreat path. Good kill by Luvnest.
He might be able to kill it though. Jezza might be able to kill it. So it'll be tit for tat.
Again. Wow. Second verse, same as the first.
Yeah, and he has nothing to do with his Puma at the moment. I think he might need some other anti-vehicle options now. And Jesulin calls in another squad.
Yeah,
of
they
Fallschirm
pop
Jaegers.
right out of the house. Oh, a second Puma? I didn't even see him build that. Wow.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
demo in the middle.
Oh, goodness. Was he drive both Pumas over it?
I think he's trying to bait over with that rifleman squad.
Ah, the Pumas! Oh, one hit and it gets abandoned.
So he's going to pick that up quickly.
And there's no damaged engine, so he can just zip out of there.
The stern pile,
Oh.
got to be careful. Hitting from, oh,
What
yeah.
killed
They-
it?
they-
The small arms fire
It's just the
from
small
rifles.
arms. Yeah, they just don't have enough armor. So he must have just focused it down. And here we go, Wolverine, M10 tank destroyer. This is not a bad counter against the Puma. It's got the same range, but it's not as powerful as the Jackson.
Oh, how is that a rear armor hit exactly?
It's to do with that. The collision works like the shell must
Yeah,
have
right?
went through
That
the
was
side,
crazy
yeah.
collision.
No.
Okay,
the
so
hitbox is
the
good.
Fallschirms Fausted the Jackson, so that'll slow it down a bit. And, Jesulin with the pro harassment capping everywhere while this is happening with MG34s and Volksgrenadiers.
I mean, what Luvnest could do now is he could get out of the tank with his crew and just repair the crit. Not sure if he's going to do that. No, he doesn't do that. He's just going to repair it normally.
Yeah, it doesn't need much repairs to get back up to full health. Jesulin's got a lot of map. He's really harassing. Man, the back and forth between the Pumas and the flak half tracks was fun. They were trading blows round after round.
So I mean, what Luvnest could do now, next purchase he could get is probably a captain, perhaps, something like that, which comes with 2 bazookas. That'll help him out against the Pumas. But I'm not sure what he's going to go for. He hasn't got a lot of fuel now. He's only got 10 fuel per minute.
Jesulin's just spitting out Pumas. He's got 2 again.
No. He's got to be super careful though, because there will come a point where You know, Luvnest will get some heavier armor like Shermans and stuff, and although they can do well against the Shermans, the Shermans have enough health and enough armor for some of the shots not to penetrate. Not to kill them, you know, fast enough time. They can be a real problem. So you might need some beefier anti-tank. I mean, with this faction as well, because they've got less resources than other factions as well, you have to be really careful about what you spend your fuel on as well.
So
I mean, you don't want
strategic decisions are hugely important because there's not as much room for error.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of the units are very specialist as well. They aren't generalist units. You know, they don't really have like a P4, which is good against tanks and infantry, or like the T-34 or the Sherman. You know, they don't have vehicles like that. So you have to be, you know, on the money when you spend your fuel. You have to go like, okay, I need AT right now. I'll get this one vehicle, but I probably won't get more than one of them because I might need that fuel for an anti-infantry unit later on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you have to be really careful with your expenditure, sorry, with fuel and munitions as well, because you got lower munitions income too. So you just got to think really carefully about how you spend it.
All right, well, Jesulin's just chilling. Oh, were those guys cloaked for a second there? These Sturm Pioneers? Or was I seeing things? They were probably just behind those little shrubs.
Yeah, it's just the occlusion. Being healed.
Are they healing themselves? What's going on? They've got... What's going on with those Sturm Pioneers?
I'm not sure. Is this an ability?
Medical supplies, yeah. 3 boxes of medical supplies dropped to pick. I guess they must have...
Yeah, he dropped them off. Yeah, that's what he did. He spent 40 ammo to drop off the medical supplies. I forgot about that. Yeah, at Vet 1, the Sturm Pioneers get that ability, so they can drop off medical crates. And then 3 units can pick them up. And then you can heal yourself then.
Please tell me what's going on in the north. I can't see it. I'm focusing on a full-screen battle here in the middle. I see a Raketenwerfer is out.
Yeah, so in the north, volley fire gets activated. They pin the Fallschirmjägers, and Fallschirmjägers have to retreat.
Whoa, Echelons chase off Fallschirms. You never thought you'd see the day.
Oh, demo, watch out, folks.
Oh, man, that's brutal. Oh, I'm seeing just body parts of limbs and torsos. Whoa, Luvnest, just huge wins everywhere. He just took the MG34 down.
Yeah, the
Jesulin lost so much.
Yeah, and he's got the bazooka now. Nice counter against the Pumas, actually, because the Pumas aren't amazing anti-infantry.
So that's just from the weapon rack, right?
Yeah, he upgraded it. So now you can just, for 60 ammo, he can equip a bazooka on any squad he wants. And this medic truck is setting up now. If he does spot it, and if he had enough units nearby, he could actually focus it down with small arms because it takes double damage while it's setting up.
Takes a long time to set up too.
Yeah, so you have to be really careful. You can't sort of like just run up to the guy's base and plant the truck down.
No.
Because if they see it, they can just shoot it down and then you've lost the truck. So you have to be very, very smart about it. And also as well, when people are playing against Open Commando as well, they have to recognize that that truck takes double damage. And it has no armor as well, so you know your small arms will do a really good amount of damage against it.
Well, we've yet to see an allied player rush a truck while it's trying to set up, but I'm sure we will eventually.
Yeah, I mean it can be. It depends, you know, how aggressive the Ober Commando player is playing. It's a bit quiet. These Pumas.
They keep backing up for repairs.
Yeah, just back up to the repair station.
He's building another Puma.
I think that's a bit too many. He might need some anti-infantry vehicles or some anti-infantry. Yeah, an anti-infantry vehicle or something. I mean, Fallschirmjägers are okay, but the thing is they're very expensive to reinforce. They're like, what was it now? They're about 55 to reinforce. So, I mean, you don't want to... Sorry, no. They're 44 to reinforce. Because they're worth 360. Oh, they calculate it as 360.
Whoa!
Yeah,
oh my god, the Jackson's not going to fall. Puma's going to pop smoke. He took a huge Zuka shot. Now the second Puma's going in. He's going to try to finish off the Jackson. And he gets the kill. Just wonderful stuff. Rotating the Pumas in and out. And Jesulin managed to keep both alive somehow. That's Jesulin's just amazing micro and perseverance we're seeing on display.
Yeah, that was very, very good maneuver. You know, both those Pumas are alive. The The Wolverine, though, is quite cheap. It's 270.80. It's about the same price, actually. Oh, these Falchion Jaegers, not a good place to be in.
Where?
The West House.
I had no idea that had been demoed. Oh, man. Wow.
No, that's not great.
They were double vet, too.
Yeah, those assault engineers have been getting some nice kills with the demos, sneaky demos everywhere.
Did they get kill counts for every one of those?
They don't, unfortunately.
Oh,
it's not like, like before in Cold War. When the engineers used to get kills off mines?
Yeah, and M8s. Yeah.
They don't, unfortunately. But yeah, that's still a big loss. 90 munitions for a squad. Vet 2 Falchion Jaeger squad that's worth a lot of resources.
And maybe Love should grab a few more of those bazookas from the weapon racks.
Yeah, I think he should, because Jesulin, all he's getting is Pumas now. Oh, the flamethrower gets blown up on the assault engineers.
So when they reinforce, they won't get it back, or what?
No, they won't.
Huh.
It's the same with the other factions as well. When they lose when their flamethrower gets blown up, or if they drop it, then they don't get it back.
Right. So it's very.
When it blows up,
so even though they come with it, it's no different. Wow, guys are dropping squads just everywhere. Have you seen all these squad wipes?
Yeah. Oh, the bulldozer Sherman. Here we go.
But that's not going to help him really against the Pumas, is it?
It will, because I think the Puma doesn't actually have enough. It does about 50 penetration.
I thought the bulldozer Sherman was an anti-infantry tank.
It is, but it does well against light vehicles as well. Puma's still a light vehicle. It doesn't have much armor.
Okay, well the Pumas are outranging it at the moment. All right, Jesulin's using this just send your extra trucks forward, just because I guess there's nothing else better to do with them. Relic should maybe look at that. I don't really enjoy that. What do you think?
I mean, ideally what you're supposed to do is tech up with them, but
yeah, but you just keep getting them, don't you?
Yeah, every 3 minutes. So
eventually, once you've got all the tiers, what else do you do with them then? You just...
No. When you got 3 out, you don't get any more. You're capped at 3. So if you upgraded all 3 buildings, then you will never get any more trucks until one of them gets destroyed.
But if there's one building you don't want, then you just rush forward and see what you can see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's something that they could look into. Maybe give it no line of sight, perhaps, or
I don't know about that.
No health. So I mean, it just blows up.
Something to consider. Yeah,
something to consider at least. But still very much work in progress with some things.
Oh, these Pumas are doing very well. Really, why doesn't he just grab more Zooks? Is he ammo starved or what?
Yeah, he hasn't got enough ammo to get another bazooka at the moment. I think he's got 2. He's equipped up with 2.
There was a sequence there, just where there was so much death. Echelon troops died, rifles died, Volks died, Sherms died. There was just stuff dying everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, bazooka is good kind. I think what Luvnest should try and do is actually go and get the captain. He comes with 2 bazookas, but then he can also get AT guns then as well. And AT guns are a really good counter against Pumas.
So these Pumas, they seem to see really far.
Yeah, when you get to Vet 2, they can see as far as they can shoot.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. These Falchions, they might win against this. Yeah, they'll win against the rifle squad.
Ooh. Another slaughtering. So, I mean, we are 5 days in, and you can just tell by how many lost squads that the players aren't quite comfortable yet,
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun, It makes the game sloppy and violent and brutal and lots of bloodshed, but it's also kind of fun, because later I'm sure they're going to tighten down and they won't lose so many squads.
Yeah, I mean when the play gets nailed down, you'll probably see a lot more strats as well, as people they'd think, oh, there's a meta already settled down, but when people start using more units, people will come up with different strategies, and also as well, the play will get tighter, not losing as many squads. They'll know when to retreat because people will know when they got a conscript squad. They know, all right, this is a good time to retreat. When they're playing again, when they're playing
still learning. They're still learning the timings of all the matchups.
Yeah, exactly. All the timings, when to retreat. Yeah, things like that, which are all really important aspects of the game. And because, you're playing against a new faction and you're using a new faction as well, so there's a lot of unfamiliarity. So Luvnest is spending fuel. Yeah, he's building a captain. Good move.
Jesulin's got, 4 Pumas now?
Yeah. But captain's a good choice because he does have 2 Zooks himself. But the other thing as well is that you can then buy AT guns, and the AT guns are very good against the Pumas. So that's something to get. Ooh, these Sternpires are in trouble up north.
Yeah, Jesulin. Whoa, fortunate retreat path. That was a break.
So he's put another demo down. Sneaky demo on the south of ammo.
Man, Luvnest has been wrecking his opponents with demos. I mean, you gotta learn against Luvnest to lead with sweepers.
Or have them nearby. Yeah, otherwise you'll get a nice surprise.
All right, so he does have this sweeper squad. Sherman Bulldozer does a lot of damage to them. They have to retreat. But, like these Pumas heading into territory that have not yet been scouted by sweepers is dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, the Lieutenant squad has a bazooka as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, this is basically a rifleman squad. It's still got one weapon slot. So that Puma is just going to retreat back to that the repair truck. He's going to get some repairs.
Man, these guys, they're just kind of cat and mousing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Repositioning, harassing. Here, is this an AT gun coming on?
Yeah, good purchase. Good purchase.
All right.
We got an AT gun and the bazooka back up then.
Classic 57 millimeter with its armor-piercing rounds. Welcome back to Company of Heroes, my old friend.
Vet 1 actually gets a special ability. It can actually shoot 70 range instead of 60 range that it normally does. Very nice weapon. Very good counter against Pumas, because even if he tries to flank it, he's got a lot of bazookas. And I think Jesulin saw that plant, and he's trying to blow it up.
Oh, is that what he's doing? Like attacking ground.
Yeah.
But when you attack ground blindly, it's real hard. He's missing. He needs to get his sweepers over there, and the sweepers can show it to the Puma, and then the Puma can kill it.
Yeah. So the bazooka is nice, sort of like soft counter as well. It stops the Pumas harassing so much. It takes about 5 shots to kill a Puma from a bazooka. But still, it's extra damage. You don't want to mess about with them too much.
Look at how the sweepers, they're behind the hedgerow, but they haven't lit it up because of True Sight. When they come around the corner, they're not gonna come around the corner. All right, well, the fight's going on in the center. We gotta keep an eye on that. Volley fire from the rear echelon. It's so weird to see these assault engineers without flamethrowers.
No, you have to upgrade them with flamethrowers as well as like 60 munitions. So he probably just didn't buy it because of the.
Could he buy it back once he's lost them?
Yeah, you can buy it back,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, you when you lose it, you don't get it. It's just same like when you drop any heavy weapon. So his AT gun managed to kill 1 Puma. And this is what I was on about now. I think Jesulin should have spent his fuel. Instead of getting more Pumas, I think maybe he got a Stuka Zufus. Just to some artillery, or maybe just some more anti-infantry. The Pumas are going in now.
Yeah, they're going for it big time.
Not wise, I don't think so.
57 is having a field day. Triple vet. He gets the Sherman. 1 Puma down. 2 Pumas down. 3 Pumas down. Come on, let's make it 4. Yeah.
1 more. 5.
4. What? 5? What are you talking about? 5? Where's the 5th?
I saw 5. I think I saw 5. 1, 2, 3.
You're crazy. You only had 4. But yeah, he killed them all. And GG. Whoa!
Oh man.
Jesulin. GG. And camera control. Take it away from Ami. Give it back. Relic. Greg.
Oh.
Greg, because Greg was here, Greg took the camera control. Blame Canada. I want camera control back. All right, well, I could switch over to Love and maybe try desperately to look at the units. We can look at this triple vet AT gun that came out and killed 3 vehicles. I think one of the zooked up riflemen killed the 4th Puma. But, yeah, okay, so Jesulin just rushes everything in and gets everything dead, and GG's out.
Yeah. It wasn't over, but I think he built too many Pumas. bit too overkill.
Puma. How many did he build in total? Maybe 6 or 7 or something? He built a lot
Yeah,
of
because he
Puma.
lost, I think, 1 or 2 as well as the game went on as well.
Questionable choices by Jesulin. We agree. But, hey, game's 5 days old. He was trying something out. Who knows how much he's actually played Okave. I'm going with Okave, Ipkai.
Okave. Okay, Okave.
That sounds cool, right? That's got like Kotu flair, right? Okave. Teach people to speak some German letters. What do you think? Are you with me, or you don't want to go like OKW? That sounds dumb.
OKW. No, Okave. Okay.
Okave.
That's fine.
What do you say, guys? New faction, Okave. That's the German pronunciation of the acronym. Daniel D's in the chat. We'd like to see him in some more tournaments. He was also in Alienware NA. All right, Luvnest is through. The king is dead. Long live the king. Well played, Luvnest. Going into the finals. We're going to find out who he fights next as we watch Vindicare X versus Twister. We'll be back with game 1 of that series. See you soon.